The story that came out was that Scott Disick went to rehab battling cocaine and alcohol abuse issues. And a photo came out of Scott Disick in rehab. Well, now we have found out that he is beyond livid about the photo, and he's actually ready to take legal action, and also says he's denying that there's any issue right now with drugs or alcohol, and there's a completely different reason, he says, for why he was at this facility.
So we spoke with Scott's attorney, Marty Singer, who told us this isn't an alcohol and drug thing. According to them, this is an emotional thing. Scott lost his mother years ago, and then his dad just 3 months later. He's been alone in quarantine. He's allegedly been thinking about this and decided, you know what, I should do something, some sort of trauma therapy, and that's why he went. So that's allegedly why he went to rehab. Now, there was a photo, like you said, Charles, that leaked of him in the facility, which, of course, is a massive patient violation, goes against HIPAA laws, and they are looking at legal action to take against this facility.
So the photo, they believe, was taken by a staff member, which would be really bad, and they are going to sue. So look, let's just get real for a second. We don't know why Scott Disick went to rehab. I mean, we weren't there. He hasn't said, and even if he said, he says what he says, and we're just telling you what their position is.
But the reality is that Scott has battled, substance abuse for a long time. He's been
to rehab 3 times.
Yeah, and
so this was in Colorado, and what makes this really curious is a couple of things. Number one, typically, and again, I'm not in any way suggesting it's true, not true, I don't know, but typically what makes it unusual is typically if somebody is really having problems with grief, and especially if they have money, they go to a shrink.
Right.
And you go to a therapist. That way they get to stay home and they can go to a shrink. And in the pandemic, they can even do it remotely. So you can be safe and you can get the help you want. The other thing that's weird to me is that it seems the most unsafe places in America right now are residential live-in facilities, like nursing homes. But when you think about it, a rehab facility where people are coming in and out.
Right. You've got different people coming in and you figure, I don't know if they're doing group therapy, but I mean that you have people congregating. You're right. I mean, I hadn't thought about that. That is, there's got to be an issue there. We know that AA stopped doing group meetings and they've been doing it remotely. But if you go to a rehab facility, I don't know how you avoid that. You have people who are all staying in this.
We also don't know the practices of this facility. Maybe they scan people when they come in. Maybe they've been allowed to do testing. I mean, yes, there's a point there. Maybe they're doing Zoom meetings within this facility. We can't say that it's odd that he's going just because of this when we don't know how they're screening people and the status of patients.
Well, I could just say that from my vantage point, when you're going to live with 50 strangers who are coming in and out, even if they're testing, because people can be asymptomatic, there are false negatives and all, I think it's dicey. And when they're talking about, socially distancing, you look at what's going on: funerals, breakouts; beach parties, breakouts. You look at choirs, breakouts. Whenever people congregate, it seems like there's been a problem, which is what the governors are saying. So look, I don't know. Yeah,
Harvey, I agree with you that it's an odd time to go unless you really, really have to go. And if there's no other option, it would seem there's another option. The bigger issue here, though, is this photo, because that's what's going to give this story legs. Is the point is he's going to be suing them if a staffer actually took a photo.
And Charles, by the way, even whatever the reason is for him going there, the photo itself is going to get this rehab facility in a heap of trouble.
Yeah.
Now, the rehab facility may say, look, we'll show you the case file. But I don't think that matters even, because the rehab facility knows why he's there. But the bottom line is, I don't think it matters. I think this photo screws this facility.
Yep.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Wilson. I'm from Dallas, Texas. And I think Scott has every right to sue the facility. There are HIPAA laws in place to keep information like this private. And I feel like this situation can make celebrities reluctant to get the help that they need.
You're right. And by the way, he left within an hour. He called for a car, left within an hour, and flew back to LA, which is where he is now. So, there's no way he was going to stay in a place like that.